Welcome back to the perpendicular mouse. Violating ear holes is what we are all about. How's the next part of the song go? We're about to show you more for what we're talking about. So sit back and just relax, cause we got the cloud. Defecating on the mic, yeah, we do that too. If you got an old show, then I thought you knew. Realizing, Brutha Zach, yeah, we paid our dues. So sit back and crack a brew while we do what we do. High note. Ding.
I don't believe that we have any listeners left, but for those perps who are still there, welcome into the Perpendicular Mouths.
We're back.
Unfortunately, violating ear holes, defecating on the microphone. My name is Zach. That is Nacho?
Nacho?
Welcome to the program. We have a fantastic one for you today. Today, as you know, we always debate the greatest somethings of all time.
The greatest something of all time. I can't use that voice all the time. It's super offensive.
Plus, I think it's also racist. Just
yeah. Let's not do
slightly racist. Today, we will be debating the greatest body part of all time.
The greatest body part of all time.
Perhaps the body part that I use to eat this banana will be included. But before we get to what body parts made the list, why don't you talk about what body parts did not make the list?
Well, when I was doing my my search for body parts, it turns out this is going to be something.
Well, hang on. Did you do a Google image search for body parts?
I mean, not for the show purposes, but I mean, I have. But when I was searching for greatest body part, you know, Zach, it turns out there are a lot of damn body parts. So
I'm aware. Do you know why?
What's that?
I have a body.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you. So just to kind of make things a little bit easier, right off the bat, boom, no organs. If you are inside the body, you are not a part of the show. So that says no bladder, no intestines, no kidneys, no spleen, no stomach, no liver, no lungs, heart or brain. And yes, those are very important, but we had to pare it down. So none of those make the list. None of them are the greatest body part of all time. You know what else didn't make the list? Skin.
Do you know why?
Why?
Do you know why?
Well, we already had this talk, but do they know why? Probably not.
Because skin is an organ. The largest organ in the body is the skin. You can win bar bets with that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. So even though it's your shell, it does not count. What else did we list? Armpits. You know why?
Sure. Because of garbage.
Armpits stink.
Yeah.
Belly button. Not on the list. No belly button. Because, I don't know, after you're born and you don't have that umbilical cord, what's the point? It's just like a weird little divot or an outie. And if you have an outie, you're pretty weird. I want to say that your dad probably cut the umbilical cord and overcompensated. Shoulders. Shoulders didn't make the list. I mean, I guess, you know.
Shoulders are terrible.
Well, I mean, your clothes would fall. Your shirt would fall right off. You're just a neck and then a torso, but it's not the greatest body part of all time. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
The neck and the back, both.
My neck and my back
did not make the list. And then also the pussy and the crack did not make the list. Okay, because we can't be trusted to talk about genitals. That's just factual.
That's true.
So no genitals, aka the junk. Also the penis, not on the list, okay? Because it would just automatically win because we're freaking, we're 6 grams over here.
We can't be trusted with such material. It doesn't much power. It doesn't end up well.
It's just too much damn power.
That's true. That's true. You know what else didn't make the list?
What's that?
Bones. None of the bones made the list.
Bones are important, but still, anything we already said, anything inside the body. Not going to be on the list today. No.
So the greatest exterior body parts.
Damn right. Yeah, that's it.
Whatever's showing to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. Then should we just get into the list?
I think we should do it. Let's keep it moving. We like it. We want a tight 45.
We like our shows, like we like our bowling average, a tight 45. All right. As we always start with a playing round. This time we're going to do a fantastic playing round. The legs versus the arms. They're both gangly. They both dangle. But which is better? I leave it to you.
Well, I don't know. I mean, give me something to start that off.
Well, they're both gangly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Your arms are dangling from your shoulders. Your legs are dangling from your hips. You use them both to play sports, except in soccer you can't use your arms.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the difference.
Well, okay, so let's think now, because we aren't including feet or hands when we talk about the legs and the arms. So if you just had feet and no legs, they would just be sort of protruding around the bottom half of your torso, you know, or your junk. You'd be kicking yourself in the junk all the time. Plus, sex would be weird if you just had a couple 4 feet right there. That's already a pro stance for legs. Legs, you know, keep the feet away from the junk, which is very helpful during sexy time.
But I think arms and legs equal each other out as vessels to your arms and feet. Like they both serve the same purpose as, you know, appendages that link your exterior appendages to the central body. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, all of those are technical terms.
Mm-hmm. But you got to think, the hamburger helper, didn't he just have hands sticking right out from his little hand body?
The hamburger helper is a glove.
But he had little hands.
Wait, did the hamburger helper had little hands on his hand?
I think he had little hands
on his hand.
He had the hands coming right out of his hands.
I don't know about this. Hang on. Okay. This is probably a great opportunity to introduce our new producer. We're working with a brand new producer. Yeah. Her name is Alexa. Alexa, did the hamburger helper guy have hands?
She sucks, man. She's just as bad as our old producer.
What is she doing over there?
You tell me.
She's not even paying attention to the show. All right. I hope we're recording at least.
Oh man, terrible. Simply terrible. You're just gonna have to take my word for it then. Hamburger helper, glove, had hands right here.
Connection.
That's fantastic. I don't even
love cabbage. Hands sticking right out of the side of your body, that's not the worst thing in the world. Sports would be really tough. Really tough. I'll tell you that.
You can grab stuff. You can grab anything. Well, listen, it kind of because there are people living without arms and without legs.
Yeah, but they don't have hands just sticking out of their body.
Some do. They might.
No, they don't.
Either way, but all right, maybe we're being insensitive to those who don't have legs or don't have arms.
Are we?
So I don't know. I'm just saying which would be easier to live without.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm just anti having feet right next to the junk for sexy time purposes. So I'm going with hands. We would lose all sports.
With arms.
It's like, what's more important to you, sports or sex?
But you have to use your legs to play sports.
Oh, and just little feet hobbling around on the torso. That would also be bad. We're pretty much losing sports when we get rid of either arms or legs, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Mr. Potato Head situation. It's really what it is.
Okay,
here's the question. Here's the question. Which is more important?
Oh, that's the question? Which is more important? Oh, I was waiting for it. Okay, which is more important?
Yeah, arms or legs?
I'm going to have to go with legs. Final answer, because you can play football without any hands at all.
What?
Without hands.
What?
No, without any arms.
What football? Not American football.
No, football.
It's hard to be a quarterback without an arm.
Football.
All right. Well, then legs wins. Uh-oh. All right. Okay. Already our first gaff.
No, we've got like 6 so far. Let's be honest.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. Well, good. All right. Well, then legs is going to move on to face appropriately, I think, hands. hands versus legs.
A lot. Legs versus hands. Well, what do you got to say about them first off?
About what? About hands? Well, hands would be difficult without arms. So let's talk about hands in general. Hands are great because hands what separate us from the animals.
Hands?
Animals have hooves.
I thought it was just thumbs.
What's that?
I thought it was just thumbs that separated us.
Well, but how many animals have hands?
Apes? Primates? A lot of animals have hands.
Raccoons, that's it. But they have thumbs too.
Wait a minute now. No. It's not just raccoons.
Have thumbs. Alexa,
there are a lot of animals with
do apes have thumbs?
Yes, primates do have thumbs.
Thank you, Alexa. Thank you first of all, thank you for paying attention to the show. So Alexa, thank you.
Do you think you just proved something? You proved nothing.
Primates have thumbs.
I'm saying there are a lot of animals that have hands.
Like two types of animals, primates and marsupials, and that's it.
You don't know anything. You're no zoologist. You're barely a veterinarian.
I'm both. And I can tell you with absolute certainty that there are two types of primates, marsupials. That's it. Everything else has hooves. Everything else has hooves, period.
Hands are important. Legs are important too.
True.
I got like an itch deep in here, man. How do the luchadors do this?
I don't know. Take it off, man.
No,
I meant your shirt. I meant your shirt. Cheers.
Look at this. Look at this, man. This is all natural, baby.
Oh, well, can I tell you something?
What's that?
Nice nipples.
Thanks, my friend. Thank you.
Very nice nipples, yeah.
Thank you. Have you seen the one on the left? It ain't free.
No. Fair enough.
Wow, legs. Legs are important.
But hands are they're our most important tool. You use your legs a lot, but you use your hands more frequently and more importantly. You can get around without legs. It's much more difficult without hands.
See, and I'm of the opinion that if I had no hands, I could learn to use my feet as hands. I think I can do anything I can do with my hands with my feet.
Yes, well, and there's a girl on the internet who's fantastic. She shows like how she like lives her daily life without arms. She doesn't have any arms, and she makes sandwiches with her legs and her feet and all that kind of stuff. It is very possible. It's not easy.
I'm glad it didn't get any weirder than that. Just making sandwiches, because I didn't know where you're going to go with this girl with no.
Oh, I love just all kinds of. Well, she's actually great. She's fantastic. Look her up on YouTube if you get a chance. But
no, I will not.
She has like videos like showing. Yeah, she's awesome.
But she needs to do that.
But it's not easy. That's my point.
Hands or legs? Do I want to not be able to ever use my hands again, or do I want to be in a wheelchair? Shout out to our handy-capable friends in wheelchair.
I'm handy-capable. Oh, I'm not in a wheelchair.
Now, let me ask you this. If we have no legs, we get to keep the feet, though, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we still get our feet. But I already told you, I thought that was already weird. Hanging out down by the junk. All right. I'd like to lock in my answer.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say that because we have no arms. We already established we have no arms. Or is this brand new?
What? No, this is just hands. This is just hands, bro.
We have our arms back now?
Talk about hands. Yeah, okay, of course you have arms. You have arms and hands.
Jeez.
We're just talking about hands, the utility of hands versus the utility of legs. That's all.
There's a lot of pressure. It says, okay.
I think you can choose. All right, that's it. Hands wins. Hands down. Hands down. Hands wins. That's just the way that it works. That's the way it goes. We all know it's great. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Because I kind of jumped in and usurped that. I did. And you know what? For that, I apologize. But for you, and in honor of your sweet nips, let's talk about the nipples. Hands versus nipples.
Hands versus nipples. All right. Well, go ahead and okay. Here, let's have a little production meeting right now. Every time you mention something, I'm going to need you to talk about it for a second so I can finish typing it in. Because you keep telling me to talk about it while I'm typing, and I can't do both, especially while I'm wearing a luchador.
What are you typing in? What are you typing in?
Hands versus nipples, my man.
Well, I know, but is it on the screen?
You're damn right it's on the screen. So I'm just saying, so once you bring up a subject header, I need you to go ahead and keep it rolling. So you started off talking about those nipples. And I'm just gonna do this.
If we'd known that, we could have scheduled which ones they were. Typed them in ahead of time. Wait, are you sure you're typing them correctly? Do you have any spelling errors?
No, we're good. Talk about the nipples.
Okay, how do you spell nipples?
Nipples, go.
Nipples go. All right, listen. Nipples, I enjoy nipples, but everything has nipples. They're not unique. Everybody has nipples. One of my favorite lines in movie history is, I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? That's my argument.
All right, fine. I'm saying nipples are important for the ladies because it's food. Like, without nipples, how are the babies going to eat? And I know there's formula and stuff now, but that's not the real. There's
also wet nurses.
They're not even just humans. Nipples. Are we talking about the nipples of the animal kingdom too? Nipples is really something under here, man. There's a lot going on. Nipples are just generally across the board important. Where hands, you find ways to get around them, but nipples, that's an erogenous zone, my friend.
It is. That's I was just gonna say, what do your nipples do? That's all they do, though. Your nipples just sit there. Now they look fantastic, but other than being super sweet and erogenous, they serve no purpose other than to serve as filler on your pectoral cavity, which I'm pretty sure is a technical name for that.
Yep. Is it?
That's it. Yeah, pectoral cavity. That's the upper dorsinus here. It's the pectoral cavity.
I don't know what you're doing.
My major was anthropology, so I know these things.
When you were rubbing your nipples, it was making the lighting go crazy in front of you. It was like, way better. Put your hands back.
My nipples. That was my nips.
No. Put your hands a little higher. Just keep them right there. When you keep them right there, the lighting is much better. Lean back.
Oh, it's diffusing. Yeah, it's reflecting the light. I'm a very pasty man now that I'm in Washington.
I need you to lean back a little bit.
Losing my SoCal tan. That's what's going on.
Oh man,
let me go back. Hey, you're the one that wanted me to show my sweet nips.
Well, I'm just saying it's an option. Okay.
Hands versus nipples.
Nipples feed the babies. Hands feed our mouths. We can get by without hands, but without nipples, the world would be a much sadder place. I don't want to live in a nippleless world, so I'm going to lock in my answer. Nipples. Final answer.
You really want nipples? See, this is why we couldn't be trusted with genitals. You know that, right?
Oh, no. That's why we had to get rid of those right off the bat. No way.
All right. For some reason, nipples beats hands. I'm not exactly sure how that works.
Sure.
All right, but hey, nipples beats hands. It's the way of the world, man. Nipples will move on, move up the list to face the mouth. Ooh. The mouth. Nipples versus mouth. Now, what you type in? First of all, do you know how to spell mouth?
I do. And I'm done. It's just that quick.
Okay. Do you know how to spell perpendicular?
Perpendicular mouth.
Okay. As long as you know. All right, listen. Do not let it skew you that there's mouth in our podcast or whatever this is now name.
True.
But the mouth, first of all, it's very important for what we're doing right now. Communicating. Isn't that important? Communication is very important. So communication versus nipples that don't really work. It's not really much.
Don't work.
My nipples don't do anything. They just sit there.
Nipples are.
My mouth does a lot of work.
I'm just saying, nipples do a lot of things. Mouth is where we put the food at. Mouth is where we put the nipple at. You know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Mouth.
You can utilize the mouth with the nipple.
If you didn't have a mouth, how would we eat? How do people with no mouths eat? Are there people?
I don't think there are people without mouths. Do you know people without mouths? It's not a thing.
But is it not a thing? Is it not a thing?
So if you don't have a mouth, you can't eat.
I feel like the mouth is important.
You can't live.
The mouth is a very important thing.
Yeah.
We eat with it. Do other things with it.
We taste with it. It controls our taste sense.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
Now, we did not differentiate the tongue from the mouth. I believe the tongue is included with the mouth, correct?
I'd assume so. I mean, yeah.
Or are we just talking about the oral cavity in general?
No, I think it's in there.
All
Here,
right.
lower your camera a little bit. I'm trying to see your face. It's way up there. There we go. Oh, that's the sweet spot right there, baby. I'm gonna go with the mouth. I like the nipple, but without the mouth,
I do like the nipple.
without the mouth, the nipple would be rendered useless.
I have no idea where your logic comes from. But since I agree, we'll go ahead and move on with the mouth. So the mouth beats the nipple, but the mouth goes on to face another one of our senses. Very important, the eyes. They say the eyes realize are the windows to the soul. However, I believe that the eyes are a useless piece of shit that don't really do anything. What are your thoughts? Perhaps I'm jaded, but that's my belief.
Well, seeing does hold some value. I'll tell you that.
I disagree. It holds zero value.
You got to be able to.
Only assholes can see, and that's all.
You know, the thing is, you made a good point earlier when you're saying that there are no people you see getting around with no mouths. That's not really a thing, but there are plenty of people that have trouble seeing. You know, that's a thing though. Some people have.
I disagree.
Some people have poor vision.
No.
There's nobody who has poor mouth. They have yuck mouth.
Actually, you know what? I know plenty of people that have a poor mouth.
Really? Yuck. Yeah. They have yuck mouth.
Yeah. Bad mouth.
Well, I'd say the mouth. The mouth to me seems more important. You want to be able to see, but that mouth do a lot of things. You know, you want to say what that eye do.
Like what? Like what would the mouth do? What that mouth do?
We already said the mouth eats, the mouth sings, the mouth chews.
Oh, you didn't mention singing. Oh, that's a whole new thing.
Look at this.
What, are you gonna sing?
No, I'm sticking my tongue out.
Oh, I can't see that.
I know.
See? And there you go. In fact, yeah, the eyes lose because the eyes are a useless piece of shit and don't even matter. All right. So eyes fails and moves on, or does not move on because the mouth moves on to face another home of our senses, the ears. Oh. Now, me, as somebody who has a lot of ears, I have these ears take up pretty much most of my face. I would say the ears are fairly important because the mouth and ears go hand in hand.
I would say that you're about
with our mouth, hear with our ears. However, there are also people that can't hear with their ears, and they get along just fine. So what say you?
It's going to be really hard to beat mouth. You know, I'm trying to say the ears are not even the ability to hear. Are we talking when we talk about the body part, are we automatically associating it with the sense that is tied into it? Or is it
not specifically, but I mean, you can't discount the sense of hearing from the ears. I mean, that's its primary function. That and to grow cauliflower if you get hit there repeatedly.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
Yeah,
I hate a cauliflower ear.
You never heard of cauliflower mouth?
No. But you know what you can get on the mouth? Herpes, and that's pretty gross.
Can you get ear herpes?
No, you can only get herpes of the mouth and herpes of the junk. But
is that true?
You probably get cauliflower of the junk, but that's a whole story.
Yeah. Wait, cauliflower junk. Alexa, is there such a thing as cauliflower junk?
I don't know that one.
No, she doesn't know cauliflower junk. Well, so I think you might be right on that. But Alexa, can you get herpes outside of your mouth?
I don't know that.
No, she doesn't have herpes. Doesn't know herpes either.
Alexa is a useless piece of crap, pretty much. You know, that's what that. No.
Alexa, I love you.
Thanks. It's good to be appreciated.
You notice she didn't back. She doesn't feel the same way about you. She's like, oh, You know, I know.
Look, I only wish her the best. Alexa, live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
See? She's also broken. You didn't know that, did you?
No. Loser. Okay. So the mouth, man. The ears, like, it's nice to hear, but I'd rather eat.
The mouth is far more important. Hearing is good, and it's great to have. But if you don't hear, you still live a fantastic life.
Final answer: mouth.
All right. Well, you realize now we have a bell and a horn.
Yeah, but the bell is more like me just saying to you, "Hey, I'm done. I'm done talking about my opinion on anything. Let's just keep it moving." And then you can go ahead and decide if it wins or not. But when I ring that bell, that means boom. That's where I stand with things.
It sounds like you're trying to emasculate me, but we'll save that for another area. All right. So the mouth won, right?
The mouth won.
Mouth beat the ears. All right.
Running away with this thing, man.
Yeah. Well, speaking of running away, what about the feet? The mouth going up against the feet.
Wow.
We already talked about legs. We discussed feet a little bit, but we didn't really get into the function of the foot. But here's the thing. Now we have fake feet. People who lose feet can just have feet put on, and they can be very good and be athletic and run around and do sorts of things. It's not the easiest life in the world, but they can live great, fruitful lives. Nobody doesn't have a mouth. They don't have a fake mouth.
No, shoot. You're making great points today. There's no fake mouth. There's wax lips, but that's not a mouth.
There are wax lips. That's actually a very, very good point.
It's just lips, though. That ain't the mouth.
We haven't discussed lips as a virtue either.
Lips as a virtue?
Yeah, like the virtue of having lips on your mouth.
Some people don't have lips, and it's crazy because those people tend to talk the most shit, which doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, but those are the people that can get the fake wax lips, which is very important. Very kissable. Become very kissable very quickly.
I can see that.
Yeah. But also those wax lips, have you ever tried the wax lips?
No.
You kind of like bite down on them, and they taste really weird.
You're a fan? You're a fan of the wax lips?
No.
Those, right? Not. They're just it's wax.
Yeah, I have big kissable lips, so I'm lucky. I don't need the wax.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then fine.
But I have tried wax feet. Not good.
No, don't. No, well, all right. I'll keep away. I mean, I guess it just depends what you're into.
Well, see, that's a whole nother thing about feet, right? Some people are really into feet.
Too into feet, I might say.
I would agree that they'd be too into feet. And the feet have a tendency, like the mouth, both can be argued that both can stink. Both are bad and smelly sometimes, or can be, if not properly maintained.
Right. The feet, when the feet smell, they smell like Parmesan cheese. When the mouth smells, it just smells like hot garbage and rot.
Sometimes like wine.
No, that doesn't stink. If you have wine breath, that's delightful.
Or coffee.
Not as good. Not as good on the breath. No.
Or morning.
Also can be bad. Or feet. They can just smell like feet.
Or garlic.
Ooh, I like garlic. I like garlic breath. Sometimes. It depends whose garlic breath.
So if your significant other comes up and is like, I just ate a clove of garlic, baby. Come get some of this.
I might.
You're all in?
I might, yeah. Yeah, I might be okay with that. I don't want to have if it just smells like garlic, but you just ate it like yesterday, that's bad. But if you just ate some garlic bread, I don't mind you blowing that thing right in my face. Blow it right in my
So 24 hours is your limit on garlic.
That's right.
All right, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But what about feet? What's your limit on garlic feet?
Ooh, I got a hard 5-minute rule. Like if you got some garlic feet, you better have a good damn reason. You better been crushing some fresh garlic bread in your backyard, making them, the garlic bread, stomping some garlic out.
Hang on a second. Yeah. Do you think that people grow garlic bread in their backyard?
No, making it fresh, stomping out the garlic.
You stomp out garlic in your backyard? That's what you believe?
No, I don't make it. Have you ever been to Gilroy? You ever heard of this? The city of Gilroy?
In California, yeah, the garlic capital of the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been there?
No, I've never been there.
Oh, that's a garlicky place, man.
But I would assume that even there they don't stomp out garlic in their backyard to put on their garlic bread.
Well, they might. You've never been, so how would you know?
Because it's way easier just to, get garlic or like mince it or crush it inside. You don't have to take it out back and stomp on it.
It sounds like you're talking about things you have no information on.
This is like an I Love Lucy situation where you don't need to stop all that stuff. It's dangerous.
Maybe you just don't want to assume so much. Is all I'm saying.
I with absolute certainty. In fact, Alexa, does anybody stomp garlic in the backyard?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Boy, Alexa's really fucking useless.
Yeah. So let me tell you something.
Christ.
Some people do. Some people have no hands. They have no arms, but they want garlic bread. What are you gonna do? You get a clove. Boom. You throw it down in your wooden slated back patio area, specifically made for crushing garlic. You stomp them bitches out. You crush it. You grind it between your toes. You rub it down. You slide it up. You slap it on some French bread with some butter. Boom. Put that in the oven. Garlic bread.
This sounds awful. So basically, you have to run garlic through your toes before you eat it.
I'm not saying it's for everybody, but I'm saying it can be done.
I'm saying it's for nobody. I'm saying nobody ever does this.
Well, all right. I'm just saying that's your choice. But
is there anybody jumping into our comment section right now being like, "Oh yeah, I stomp garlic in my backyard all the time"? No, nobody does that.
Well, no. Some people have things to say.
They stomp garlic in the backyard. I guarantee nobody said that.
Someone says they'd argue a foot injury is worse than a mouth injury.
That has nothing to do with garlic.
Well,
unless you're talking about shoving garlic through your feet before you eat it in your mouth. That's the only thing.
I'm just saying, I want my mouth more than my feet, so I'm locking it in right now. I'm only with mouth, baby. Mouth is running the board today. What say you?
I would agree. I'm not a fan of the feet. I'm a fan of the mouth, not the feet.
I should have started with that then. I don't know why.
Look, the mouth is moving on to face its neighbor, the nose. The mouth's neighbor is the nose, and the mouth is moving on to face its neighbor, the nose. And the nose knows what the nose knows, and the nose is a very important organ. No, not organ. Body part.
Not organ. Very
important body part because smelling is very important. Now you can get away without smelling, but it's a big detriment. You know, most of our taste comes from our olfactory senses, from our smelling.
What did you say?
Are you aware of that?
What did you say? An olfactory?
Olfactory, yeah.
What the hell is that?
Alexa, what is the definition of olfactory?
Olfactory is usually defined as a verb relating to olfaction.
See?
What did I just learn? I don't even know what do you mean?
You asked.
Okay. All right, well, good. I still don't understand.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The nose. What do you got to say about the nose?
It's very important. It controls most of our taste. That's good. You don't agree?
I mean, there's some
the mouth does not function as well without the use of the nose, because the nose helps the tongue understand what it's doing.
Okay, but I'm just saying there are a lot of smells without the nose. Like, are we talking about getting rid of smell? Because there's some stuff I don't even want to smell. Like, it could be very helpful.
Sure.
Dead stink, poo stinks.
Sure.
Garbage stinks.
Yeah. There's some bad smells, but would you say throughout your day that you have more good smells or more bad smells?
That's debatable. Farts.
Really? Oh, then you live in the wrong damn place.
Well, I mean,
if you have more bad smells than good smells, you got to change that.
I'll tell you something. That'll be a show topic for another day. The greatest smell of all time.
No, it's not. No, that's terrible.
No, what are you talking about?
The greatest smell of all time?
The greatest smell of all time. That's a show topic.
All right, write it down. All right, or ask the people. Is that a good topic?
Yeah, let the perps tell us.
That's a good. Put up a survey. Do you have the ability to put up a survey?
I do, not right now, but yeah, at some point I can do that. Well, it's the perps.
You can do a survey right in the middle.
The mouth or the nose? Man, I'm telling you, ain't nothing beating the mouth to me. You think the nose is more important than the mouth? I don't know.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like even if I can't smell something, but I can get the sustenance I need, the mouth is more important to me. I don't need to smell everything.
When I was young, I had a youth pastor that did not have a sense of smell. And you know what? He lived a perfectly normal life.
Right. Yeah, I think it's pretty cut and dry. To me, the mouth.
The mouth moves on. The mouth is kind of running the table here.
It is. I had no idea that nothing could hold a candle to the mouth.
We got 3 left here. 3 left, and I think there's some competitors.
Good, because this has been, I'm telling you, man, there's a reason people don't wear luchador masks just like all day along the streets, because it's getting a little weird.
I don't know why you thought this would be a good idea.
I didn't say it was going to be a good idea. I just wanted to celebrate. I thought we were both going to wear costumes. What the hell happened, man?
I am wearing a costume.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm dressed as a Canadian.
Canadians don't care about the Rams.
I'm dressed as a Canadian Rams fan.
Oh, well, all right.
I'm not a Rams fan. You know that. I'm a Raiders fan.
Not with that hat on, you're not. Oh, the costume. Now I get it. You're right.
All right, I'm taking my costume off. Whatever.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Is that better?
All right.
Yeah. Good. All right. Look, now you're the only idiot in a costume. Enjoy that.
I feel silly.
Enjoy that. Yeah, you know what? You look silly. But you know what else? Your nipples do not. Your nipples look absolutely fantastic.
Ding!
All right. Look, we got 3 left.
Okay.
I'm just going to go to I didn't know I was saving this one, but I think this one knowing us, this one's going to give it a run for its money because the mouth is going to go up against the butt.
It sure is. You know what I'm saying? The
butt is very important. We know about the butt.
Mm-hmm.
The butt versus the mouth. First of all, what?
Well, I was going to say, now it is getting important because you need the mouth to eat, but you need the butt to poop.
Mm-hmm. You can't have one without the other.
It's true.
And in fact, many people don't even need the mouth to ingest alcohol. They could just butt chug. And you can ingest that way.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
The mouth and the butt, is it one hole with 2 ends, or is it 2 holes?
What?
The mouth and the butt. Because it's all connected.
The mouth and the butt.
Is it
one
hole, the continuity from the mouth to the throat to the intestines, the stomach?
Is a cylinder have 2 holes or one?
Yeah, but it's with the mouth and the butt.
I'd say that the butt's not really a hole.
No, everyone says the butt is a hole.
The butt hole is kind of a misnomer because there's not a hole there. Most of the time it's closed. Right? Like you're not walking around with just an open butthole all day, are you?
No, like a loose bag of leaves, autumn leaves. No,
like it's not like right now. Like my mouth has to be open to breathe, so my mouth is that's a hole. I have a hole there.
Yeah,
my butt. There's no hole in my butt. My butt is tight. My butt is clenched.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My butt is watertight. I could go sit in the water right now, and no water is going to go up my butt.
You ever heard of the term lemon booty?
No, but I know my watertight butthole.
When it puckers up, that's called the lemon booty. You know?
That doesn't mean to pucker up. Its natural state of being is closed. It's not a hole. Otherwise, things would just be falling out.
Fair. Good point. Okay, well, we solved that debate. You're welcome. You're welcome. So the mouth you need to eat, the butt you need to poop. We're not talking about butt cheeks. Are butt cheeks in the equation? I love a good butt.
I think the whole of the butt. Yeah, I think the whole butt facade and the whole butt
the cushioning of the cheek. You need your butt.
The butt and all the accoutrement. The butt accoutrement.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you, as a truck driver, I sit down a lot, and you do not realize how important a good butt just for the cushion of a butt is. Because if you just have like no butt or a flat butt, man, it can get sore on your tailbone.
It's a Hank Hill situation, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the biggest butt in the world, but I don't have no butt. But I still use a cushion because you want a little more cushion down there. You know what I'm saying?
Now, first of all, you don't have an air seat in your truck?
I do a little bit. It's not the greatest, but yeah.
Oh, you gotta tell your employer to step that game up. You gotta get one of those cushy air seats that it's like riding on air.
Oh,
you just floating in the truck. I've sat. They're fantastic. You can adjust every single aspect, and you know that's good for the butt.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad for the butt.
No, the butt's very important. Listen, the butt being what it is, also an erogenous zone.
True. So is the mouth, though.
Good about that? Yeah. So, yeah. Listen, there's a lot of virtues of having a butt. Now, that said, the butt stinks. Ooh. And there's generally not a time where you're like, you know what, my butt smells fantastic. Unless you have to doctor the butt to make it smell good. The mouth, you have to clean it. But I think its general state of being is not smelly. Maybe it doesn't smell good, but it doesn't smell bad. The butt smells bad, I think, generally. Because there's poop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About poop.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I know all about it.
There.
Oh man.
Something just popped up.
I'm sticking with the mouth. You know that? I'm gonna go ahead and just stick with the mouth.
The mouth over the butt?
Yeah. You know, because some people don't have butts, and they use a colostomy bag, which doesn't seem great. But you know, as far as functionality, you can get by. You can get by without a butt, and you can use a cushion. You can have a fake butt, but no one's walking around here with a fake mouth.
Fair enough. And you know what? No mouth to butt. I think we can all agree on that. The mouth moves on. I thought the butt would be a strong contender, to be honest, just because of our sophomore sensibilities. But the butt is eliminated.
No, I'd say it was.
Hey, listen, I told you we have 3 strong contenders here. So I move on because we did the mouth's neighbor. Why don't we do the mouth's partner, the teeth?
Oh, wow.
Teef, the teeth, because the mouth functions as a mouth, but the teeth serve a completely different function. The teeth are what allows us to eat meat. If we didn't have teeth, we couldn't eat meat. People without teeth can't eat meat. People get fake teeth, have a lot of problems, and generally can't eat hard things. Do you like hard candy?
I like hard candy.
Well, you couldn't bite it without teeth.
All right, do you chew your candy generally? I don't think you're supposed to be chewing up your candy. I think you just suck.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta bite hard candy. Like it's like the old Tootsie Roll commercial with the owl. Say how many licks does it take to get to the center? Say let's find out. You say 1, 2, 3, 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean I hear you. I don't know if I totally agree.
You have to.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
That wouldn't make us the perpendicular mouse.
Oh, fair enough.
Look, teeth, there are fake teeth. Old people don't have teeth. My abuelita didn't have teeth. One time she took out her teeth, and I didn't know that they weren't a part of her face. So when she took them out and she started brushing them in her hand and just walked into the living room, it scared the shit out of me, man.
Oh, yeah, that's not appropriate for any age. You could be a 4-year-old man. You don't want to see anybody taking out their teeth and cleaning them while walking through the room. It
was problematic. It was problematic. But even George Washington had fake teeth. They're made
He
of
had
wood.
wooden teeth. He had wooden teeth.
I'm just saying, they figured it out. Nobody had a fake mouth. You ain't getting around with a fake mouth, Zach. It's an important part of the body. Teeth, you can work around. The mouth, you need. You need that mouth. What that mouth do? What that mouth do?
What that mouth do? All right. Well, we only have one more.
I can't believe it's running the table like this. I really did not expect
on
that.
this list. This one's important though too, because without this, we'd be very cold. And it's our hair. It's our bellow.
Wow.
Mouth versus hair. Hair. Let me put it this way: if we were all walking around hairless, it'd be really weird.
Some people have no hair.
Yeah, it's weird. Alopecia.
I was just talking about bald people. I don't want to take it to the medical condition, but like just bald people that have hair. But there's parts of your head that we're not even talking about. Are you just talking about the head?
I'm talking about all hair. I'm talking about hair everywhere.
You say ball hair?
No, hair everywhere.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Just everywhere hair. That's all I'm talking about.
Well, I'm just saying, what about eyelashes? You need those, right?
Maybe.
What do the eyelashes do? They keep
they keep stuff out of your eyes.
Dirt? What about ear hair? Is there a purpose to the ear hair even?
No, that's just a bother.
I'm just saying, some people have all that.
Yeah. Well, look, and as a man who doesn't like shaving, you know what? This actually isn't much of a competition, is it?
Hair versus the mouth? Man.
Yeah.
Get rid of all that hair.
Hair is all right. But
what's going on with your computer? I'm looking at your ceiling lamp now.
Uh-oh, did I move it?
Yeah, you must have with your
I moved it. I was trying to read it. All right, hang on. I got some right here. Mouth just ran the table, son.
Nine.
Just killed everything. Mouth took it over. It's over. All right. Well, that'll do it for the body part episode of the Perpendicular Mouths. That was super exciting, wasn't it?
You know, I don't think. I thought it was going to be a much tougher competition.
Yeah. The mouth kind of made it anticlimactic. What are you going to do? Yeah. Well, that does it for our body part discussion. But wasn't it fun while it lasted?
All I know.
Could do it all. I wish we could do it all over again, maybe with a different topic. I don't know what you're thinking.
I can't talk while that music is playing.
Well, it's not playing anymore. Now it's all faded out.
Oh, well, in that case, let me just say perpendicular mouth.
Perpendicular mouth.
Buh.
You take that off?
We'll be
How's that
back.
feel?
We'll be back. Until then, a little TV timeout. I'm going to go put on a shirt. Buh.
How's that feel?